Hi everyone, it's me, B, and I'm on today to do a personal reading for Mrs. P. Now, I do face-to-face readings personally, but I have decided to maybe include this on my channel of doing personal readings for people, and maybe people can resonate with it. So, obviously Mrs. P has had her name changed for identity reasons, and she has actually approved this reading as well before I uploaded it. So I hope that people can kind of resonate with the reading themselves and just have fun. May I please note as well that this video is done for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so let's start. So the deck that I'm going to use for this reading is this one here. It's called the Lunar Soul Tarot, and it's by Mike McGregor. This is a deck that I've been working for this month, well, actually one of the decks that I've been working for this month, which is the month of July, on my Instagram challenge. So if people do want me to do a flip through or my opinions on this deck, please let me know in the description bar and I'll be happy to abide by that. Okay, so let's get into the cards. So this is a Lunar Soul. I normally keep them in this pouch that they came with. Let's just open it up. Okay, so before I shuffle the cards, I just like to make sure that all the cards are actually in upright order, because I do read reversals, and sometimes reverse cards do have a different type of meaning to it. So I'm just going to make sure that all the cards are kind of like in the right kind of order. I will be doing a 9-card spread for Mrs. P. So let's just make sure they're all upright before I commend. So just make sure they look like they're all upright, so that's fine. Okay, so I've cleansed the deck with Palo Santo. This deck I like to call Lorna, because some of my decks I give personal names to. So I'm going to shuffle the cards in a sec. The question that Mrs. P would like is, will her house move be successful? So let me shuffle the cards and let's see what comes up. Lorna, will Mrs. P's house move be successful? Lorna, please, will Mrs. P's house move be successful? I'd really love your advice on this, as well as my advice from my guides. So let me give these cards a good shuffle. Right, I think I've shuffled the cards well enough. So I'm going to do my usual, where I place the cards down and I split them into 3. Oops, and I put the middle one on top and this one on top of this. Now, Miss P or Mrs. P is a Taurus, so what I'm going to do is actually look for the Taurus card in this deck. I hope it's not at the bottom of the pile. Oh, where's this Taurus card? So the card that I would use for Taurus, by the way, is the Hierophant card. This is the card that I'm looking for. Oops a daisy. Just put this oops a daisy. Where is the Taurus card? It's right at the bottom of the pack, it looks like. Oh dear. So it's the last card in the pack. So I'm going to place the Taurus card in the centre, and I might just ground it with a stone just to keep me grounded. So I'll just put a stone there. I would prefer a lapis lazuli, but that stone doesn't seem to be there at the moment, but I would usually use a lapis lazuli. Okay, so I'm going to choose the 4 cards before it. So because it was the last card, I'll have to use these cards here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 cards in front, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let me try and put this so you can see all the cards in the camera. Let me see if I can actually make it a bit taller and stuff. So that's the best I can do, folks, I'm afraid. Okay. Okay, so the question was, let me just try and find the question again. It was, will my move be successful? So the first card here is usually the reason card. You know, so, you know, what is the reason for Mrs. P wanting to move house? And the reason is that she's looking for like a new adventure. She just wants to start her life anew, and you know, just kind of like just a change really, you know, in direction. So I'm going to start off with the basic issues, which are the corners. So it would be this here, this here, this here, and this here. Okay, so the first card for the basic issues again is the Page of Wands, and this card here at number 9 is the 3 of Cups. So I just feel that how, you know, she's basically outgrown the area that she's living with, yeah, and wants to celebrate in a new sort of area. And then this one here, which is the 4 of Wands, and this one here, which is the Ace of Cups, again is saying that the 4 of Wands in this case I would say is her home. So her home life, you know, is okay, but she just wants a fresh emotional start, or just an emotional start with her home life. It could also be as well that where Mrs. P is actually moving to, she might tend to go there on holiday, and maybe that is where she is emotionally being drawn, you know, because, you know, with this one, the Page of Wands and the 3 of Cups, that also could be somewhere where she's happy, you know. So maybe this place where she wants to move to could be a holiday, could be an area that she goes to for holidays, you know, and is just basically drawn to that sort of area. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the internal issues of this situation, which would be these cards. So the 5 of Wands, the World, the 4 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. So how I see this is as the 5 of Wands. I think she just doesn't like the area no more. You know, she just doesn't, her current area, I should say. Mrs. P just doesn't like it. She's conflicted. She just doesn't like it. I don't know. I don't know whether she's got personal issues there herself. I'm not quite sure because I didn't ask her any further questions. But it could be that there's some type of conflict going on in that area, maybe with neighbours or maybe with other issues that I don't know about. And you know, that could be one of the reasons why she's going. She feels that by moving, this will be a new start for her and the beginning of a new sort of journey, or maybe the end of her journey, because I do know that Mrs. P is, I think, in her mid-50s, so you know, it could be that this is a place where she wants to actually retire in the near future. I think as well that the area where she's living now, there could be like an element of boredom. She could have lived there for a certain amount of years, and maybe her heart is just not in the situation or the area no more, and she wants to move on. And this last card here is the Eight of Cups, which to me is moving away from an emotional situation. So maybe she feels that by moving to a different area, she's leaving behind all this conflict and boredom, you know, and stuff like that. So let's take a deeper look at the cards. So this thing here is her immediate kind of past, and again I'm looking at it that she wants to kind of move to start a new journey somewhere else, yeah, maybe to retire in that area where she wants to move to and start a new emotional journey. I think this area that she intends to move to has probably got something dear to her heart. I've got a feeling that she probably goes there on holiday and stuff like that, so maybe she's happiest when she's in this area and stuff like that. There's been a lot of conflict in the past as well, you know, around her home and family, so I don't know what that means. Only Mrs. P would know that there seems to be like a lot of conflict and unhappiness within her home. So that could be with her children, that could be with her neighbours, that could just be in the area in general, but that's the reason why she has decided to move. So let's move on to her current situation. So again, it's got, so this is the World and the Eight of Cups. So I just believe that by moving, yeah, Mrs. P, your world will be complete. So I think that if you do kind of move, I think it will be a success and you will feel completed. Again, there's a lot of conflict going on where you're living now, and you know, it's just a lot of boredom that's going on as well. So let's read the completion sides. So you're looking for a new emotional kind of journey, yeah, you're bored where you're actually living at the moment, or maybe you feel that there's no opportunity where you're living at the moment for yourself and your children, because I do know that you do have two teenage children. And this card here is celebrations and happiness. So again, here in your future, you know, this is your home, the Four of Wands. This is turning your back on the emotional situations that are happening right now. That could be the conflict or just the general bad air that's going on. And here is celebrations. So in answer to your question, will the move be successful? I do feel that if you do, well, by the advice of these cards, that if you do move home, it will be quite successful, and also it will be quite happy. You know, you'll be very, very happy internally. So I hope that's answered your question, Mrs. P, and I hope other people that are watching this have also got something out of it as well. On my interpretations, do feel free, because everyone does interpret the cards differently, and it'd be interesting to see what other people got by this reading. So thank you so much for watching, and you'll see me soon. Bye.